Honestly, I don't tell them growers. I didn't want them to be mad at me because I'm putting something extra special on my ground. Deer will eat the best. Hi, I'm Mick Wagner. I've been using growers for probably 18 to 20 years now. Long time. There's nothing been on any of this ground but growers. Right now that should be really lush and beautiful out here, but it's not because I haven't had water. So without water, stuff don't grow. It took about 6 to 7 years before I really seen the full benefit of growers. When my soil all of a sudden came to life, it was unreal in front of me how my ground just turned from hardly growing anything to abundance of growth. And it just really turned my ground around. It took a while to get there. I was just about disappointed enough I was almost going to stop, but I'm so glad I didn't, because I've never done nothing, and now I've done soil samples. My ground is in beautiful shape. About the only thing I ever do add is a little bit of nitrogen once in a while, but that's about the only thing I've ever done to it. I do a lot of manure and lime. I load up a manure spreader and then I put 2 scoops of lime on the top of that, and then I broadcast that onto my field. So everything is just all natural food that goes on here, plus my growers. I try to get it on twice a year, but sometimes it only gets once a year. I get too busy, but I recommend a good 2 times a year, especially in the first getting it going. Now that I miss it a little bit, you don't notice it as much because the ground is back to life and it's really growing. I mean, it's a big difference. I put it on few of my grain crops. I've had it on oats. I've never tried it. No, I did too. I put it on my barley one year. I have very good with my cattle health and growth. I raise around 100 head of beef cattle. Cow-calf operation all the way to finish. I keep the calves all the way until they're done. And I've got cows that's 23 to 24 years old giving me beautiful calves, yet at that age, and I claim it all to growers because I keep all the growers on my pasture and everything, and I feel that it just does wonders for my cows too, because I hardly ever have a sick animal. Everything does very well with the growers on for my pasture, because I hit it for surely once a year on my pasture, because I make sure my cows get it. And then I free choice minerals out in a tub for them. That doesn't go over real good. I don't know why. They don't seem to, maybe it's because I got it on the ground so good, they don't seem to lick and do much in a tub for me like a lot of other people that I've talked to that does. But I think it's because it's on my ground, and it's in my ground, and I got good. The deer in my area all congregate to my fields. I mean, I draw the deer in here something terrible, and I've had neighbors ask me, how come all the deer come to your place? Well, honestly, I don't tell them growers, but because I didn't want them to be mad at me because I'm putting something extra special on my ground. Well, it's just for my cows, but the deer will eat the best, and so they come to here and leave my neighbors and come here to eat because they eat the best. And so that kind of tells you what that's doing for my ground. And my ground is nothing special. It's sand, lots and lots of sand, and so that's why it's burning up, is because it's light ground. But years ago, before I did the growers, there wouldn't be anything green out there now. It'd look like what my lawn does. But at least with the growers, it does hold a moisture longer, and I do get a little bit better since I've went to using growers too. Strongly recommend using it. That's a dang good product.